Hi everyone, I'm Leanne and today we are talking about my goals for 2026. So I say these are goals, they're kind of ideas, intentions, loose plans. I did quite a strict and regimented reading goals video already. So if you haven't seen that and you want to know specifically about my reading intentions for 2026, do check that one out. This is going to be all of the kind of non-bookish stuff. And you may be saying, Leanne, it's a little bit late to be doing a New Year's resolutions video. We're kind of already into the year. But I do like to take a little bit of time at the start of the year to just try it on, see how it feels before giving a full sense of what my goals are. Some of these are not very serious at all. And I'm not going to be like super strict about really any of them. I just think it's a nice point to kind of think about what you want the next year to look like. So I'm going to start off with my first goal being to make more banana bread. To be honest, just to bake more generally would be great. I used to be someone that would bake all of the time. I really prided myself on it. I found it really relaxing and soothing, and I am also a big sweet treats person, so I loved baking, but I just haven't really been doing as much of it in the past year or even like 2 years. And in 2025, I did go through a real baking banana bread phase, and that was really great. So I'd like to return to that, but also just more generally do some more baking. I would like to watch 52 films and finish 6 TV shows. As you may be able to tell from my reading goals and resolutions video and, this whole channel, reading really is my main hobby. I devote so much of my free time to reading. Because I really double down on that hobby, I definitely don't watch as much like film and TV as everyone else, and I sometimes feel a little bit out of the loop with those kinds of things. Like there are so many TV shows and films that like everyone has seen apart from me. But 1 film a week and completing 6 TV shows in the whole year does seem somewhat reasonable. 6 TV shows, like, that feels like so few. And I don't actually have any information on how much telly I've watched in previous years to like figure out how that stacks up, like historically. But by finish 6 TV shows, I mean like complete them. So counting like a BBC miniseries, 6 episodes, 20 minutes an episode, but we're also counting like 8 seasons, hour an episode, 12 episodes. It's the full beginning first season to the end. If I watch 3 seasons of a show that has 6 seasons, does not count. Please let me know your favorite films and TV shows down in the comments. Please don't assume that I've seen it just because it's like very famous or well known. I cannot emphasize enough how many gaps there are in like my viewing. Next goal is kind of related. I did think about including it in my reading resolutions video, but actually it is far more appropriate for this list. And that is that I would like to consume more Shakespeare. So that can be reading, but I would prefer it not to be reading. I would prefer it to be viewing, whether that is movie adaptations or recordings of plays or actually going to see the plays. You go to the Globe somewhat regularly to watch Shakespeare, and I want to double down on that. Like I want to be seeing as much as I possibly can, but I also want to be making an effort to seek out either watching the films or like filmed versions of stage performances. I think I am gonna include, and I'll definitely include like movie versions in my watch 52 movies goals, but I'm not sure whether I think I should include like recordings of stage productions or not. Like even if they're obviously like professionally done recordings, I'm just not sure if that counts as watching 52 movies. I've created a spreadsheet for this, so I have every Shakespeare play listed and I've recorded where I have seen it on screen or on stage or if I have read it. And I would like to have 1 tick on every one of his plays at some point. I don't think that's going to happen this year. I would just like to make progress with it. And perhaps I should put a numerical goal on it. Should we say 10? Yeah, 10. Why not? Next goal is probably the one that I do need to take like quite seriously. That's that I would like to finish writing a book. A goal that I've already tried and failed at. I think this is the one on this list that I do want to be like the most strict with myself on and make sure I'm carving out time for. I think Friday afternoons might be the best time for me to try and do this because I don't generally work Friday afternoons. Sometimes after like a week of work, I am so tired. So when I get to that Friday afternoon, I do just want to kind of chill. It actually is the perfect time for me to be writing. So maybe I should take advantage of that and stop making excuses for not doing the thing that I really, 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 really want to do. These next few are kind of like social / like community goals. I am not much of a cook. I think I'm a good cook, but like it doesn't bring me a lot of joy. I really love eating. So like there are a few meals that I know that I can make really well. I would really like to make a roast for like multiple people, because a roast dinner is the one thing that I'm like, absolutely nail this. Like I think my roast is one of the best roasts that there is, and I feel really chilled about making it. I only ever really make it for me and my boyfriend, and I would like to host a roast dinner for some friends. A couple of more hosting things. I would really like to host a games night. So every year for like the past few years, I have hosted a games night. I think it's inevitable that that will happen again. I just want to kind of make sure I'm speaking it into existence. But something that's new is I want to host a coffee morning. So I want to have people round on like a Saturday or Sunday morning and like have a selection of like breakfast pastries, and like we can have tea and coffee, and it can be just kind of like a little drop-in moment. That would be very fun. It's really kind of consciously trying to find things to do with my friends that aren't like going out or like going for dinner. Like I am slightly tired of going for dinner, and I see that as someone that loves going for dinner. Having multiple friend groups where we semi-regularly always go for dinner just doesn't feel sustainable for me. I want to do like other things. A couple of others that are kind of linked. I want to visit more of my friends that live outside of London. So they're friends that like I went to uni with, and they live in different parts of like the country / the world, or friends that I have from London that have moved out. I want to like make sure I'm visiting those people and still nurturing those friendships. Like there are so many people that I was really, really close to, and they don't live near me anymore, but I still really want us to be great friends. I want to visit my friends that live outside of London, but I also want to figure out if I still want to be living in London. And there are so many kind of like sub goals like within that, and it's so complicated for me. Do you want to kind of definitively decide in 2026 if living in London is still for me? I want to record my entire wardrobe and stop buying clothes. I have more clothes than I can conceivably wear in a year, I think. If you watched my reading goals video, you'll know that I've implemented a rule where I can only bring a book onto my shelves if 5 books have come off my shelves, and that's either having read them or having unhauled them. And I want to do something similar with my clothes, in that if I'm going to buy a new item of clothing, and it doesn't need to be like brand new, like even if I'm buying like a secondhand piece of clothing, I need to get rid of 5 items of clothing. I need to think like way more carefully about if I want to bring something into my wardrobe. Not like a huge fast fashion person. Like I do rarely buy clothes new, but I do get really caught in the trap of, because I'm not buying stuff new, I think I can just buy loads and loads and loads of stuff secondhand. Realistically, I don't need that many clothes. And I do find that sometimes I've ended up buying something, especially if it's like secondhand fast fashion, that just doesn't fit me properly, or it's just not quite right for what I need in my wardrobe. So I want to start thinking about it a lot more carefully. And I also want to record my wardrobe. Lena Norms recently did a video of an app that she has been using to record everything that she owns, and I would really like to do the same thing. It also gives you quite a bit of data, and as a data nerd, that really pleases me. Let me know if you would be interested in me recording the process of me recording my whole wardrobe. It is something that could be quite interesting. I have a couple of like beauty / self-care things. For many years, I was someone that didn't really indulge in any kind of like beauty treatments. I really wanted to be like low maintenance, and also I just didn't have the money to kind of treat myself to lots of beauty things. But in 2026, I would like to, treat myself a little bit more. One of the things I want to do is take much better care of my nails. I'm not going to show you, but since I started like doing my own gel nails at home, the condition of my nails has definitely worsened. And I was definitely someone who used to have really, really strong nails. I either want to get my nails done professionally more often, or just get better at taking care of them when I'm doing myself at home. And I also want 2026 to be the year that I finally stop finger picking. Finger picking is a habit that I have had for honestly as long as I can remember. And I don't think it's an anxious thing. I think it is almost like a stimulation thing for me, and it's horrible. Like, it's really just doesn't look nice. It looks really gross in my opinion. Like, it's the thing that I'm really embarrassed about. I would like to finally just stop doing it in 2026. Another thing that I would like to do is I would like to go for my like first facial or like first spa day, or maybe a massage, like some sort of kind of indulgent beauty thing that I've never felt like I could treat myself to before. I want to do that in 2026 and just see if I like it. I got my eyelashes lifted and tinted for the first time in 2025 and I loved it. So I just would like to do more treat myself things. Couple of exercise things. I would like to make sure I keep going to my spin classes. I found a spin class last year that I really, really loved. I started going in January, so it has been like a year of me going now, and I love it. It is super like body like neutral. Like, I think we often think about kind of body positivity, but it's just like neutral. Like, how your body looks is just not a factor. It's also really queer inclusive as well, which is really important to me. I really want to support the spin class I go to. I really love the person that runs it. I think they are amazing, and I think the class they do is great. So I really want to get more people to come. So that's another kind of side goal I have for 2026, is to get some people to go to that class with me. If you are in London and that sounds like something you would be interested in, let me know. I don't want to say it here because like stranger danger, but if like we're pals and you're interested, drop me a message on Instagram and I'll let you know what class I go to. And the other thing I want to start doing is go to a dance class. I have my eyes set on what dance class I want to go to, so I definitely want to do that. Okay, these next few are like very boring, so I'm going to whittle through them quite quickly. I would like to keep going to the dentist and nail my dental routine. Very embarrassingly, I had not been to the dentist for an extremely like inappropriate amount of time until I went kind of midway through 2025, and I had quite a bit of dental work done. Like, not loads, but like quite a bit. And in 2026, I want to, go for my next checkup, and anything else that I kind of need to have done, I just want to get it done. I also want to really take care of my teeth. So I've started making like little changes for that in 2025, but in 2026, I absolutely want to nail that dental routine. The point where it doesn't feel like I'm actively thinking about having to do it. It's just like second nature and the habit is built. Very boring one that I will tick off imminently is I need to get my eyes tested. I had the same prescription for years and years and years, and it didn't change even when I had my eyes tested. And in the past like 3 to 6 months, I have felt like a noticeable change, especially when I have my contact lenses in. My prescription has definitely changed, so I need to get that sorted out. And I also want to buy quite a few new pairs of glasses, and there's no point me doing that until I have my eyes tested. I've not bought new glasses in like maybe 10 years, and I want to treat myself to some new pairs, but again, no point doing that until I actually know what my prescription has changed to. 2 very boring ones. Drink more water and make sure I get my 5 a day, which sounds like such a childish pair of resolutions, but like I still do need to kind of consciously think about making sure that I'm doing those things. So it's gone on the list. And then my final intention for the year is to take 2 weeks off work. Now, in the whole year, I will obviously take off more than 2 weeks, but I would like to take off a 2-week chunk at some point in the year altogether. I just found the 2 weeks that I had off for Christmas in like kind of 2025 to early January 2026 so healing and so restful, and I would like to give myself that at some other point in the year. So I definitely want to take 2 weeks off in a chunk. I think that would be really good for me, and whether that's just time for rest or a little bit of traveling in there, I would like to have a full 2 weeks off. So those are my intentions for 2026. As I said, I'm not going to be like hugely strict about these, but I'm just kind of taking stock of how I'm feeling, and if these things change throughout the year, that's also fine. In the comments, please let me know your favorite film, your favorite TV show. If there isn't anything in particular you want to share, leave like a TV emoji so I know that you've been watching. I would love to hear what some of your intentions for 2026 are. That's it for me today. I hope you're well, and I'll speak to you in my next video.